and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you my blemish cover-up makeup routine. As a disclaimer, I know my skin is not that bad. I know other people have it worse, but this is the exact same techniques and the exact same products I would use when my skin was significantly worse. Like the skin I have now is not the worst it's ever been. Like it has been much, much worse, and this is the exact same thing that I would use back then, if that makes sense. So yeah. Before you begin, make sure you do have very clean hands, you have a clean skin, make sure you have cleansed your skin, use toner, use moisturizer, and of course use sun cream. So yeah, we can get started. All right, so if you find that primer works for you, go ahead and use some primer, but for me personally, I don't really like it. I find it doesn't really do anything. So I'm gonna start off with the Skin Food Salmon Under Eye Concealer. I didn't actually sell this anymore, but it is just a salmon colored concealer that I just dot underneath my eyes. And then I'm just gonna rub it in because, as I said earlier, I did clean my hands before starting this video, which is really, really important, especially if you have like acne or blemishes. All right, so after that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my green concealer. So this is the Concealer Twins from Physicians Formula. So having green concealer is super, super important, especially if you have a lot of redness like I do, or your blemishes are like bright red. This is gonna be the major product that is gonna save your life, because this is the product that actually makes all of the difference. Like I find when I just use concealer and foundation by itself, you can sort of see the blemishes through the concealer and through the foundation, but this really creates like a shield. Like this is like the #1 product I would recommend if you have a lot of blemishes. Well, not necessarily this product in particular, but just a green concealer in general. So I am putting on quite a bit. I probably wouldn't do this normally, but I'm just doing this to show you the kind of difference that a color correcting green concealer can do. Because if you do a good job with your green concealer, you won't have to put on as much foundation. All right, so next up, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Maybelline Coverstick Concealer. This is my absolute favorite. I've gone through so many of these because they're just so good. So I know a lot of people do concealer after foundation, but for me personally, I prefer to do it before. I don't know, I like it better when I do it before. So for me, I like to go especially around my nose, because I find the end of my nose gets quite red, and then I'm not sure if this is the proper way to apply concealer. Like whenever I watch other people apply concealer, they do not do it like this, but I find it works for me. Like I have tried other ways and I just keep going back to this way. So I'm gonna keep doing it like that. And then to blend it in, I'm gonna use a clean beauty blender, because of course you do wanna make sure that all of your tools and your brushes are clean. That is super, super important, because you might actually be giving yourself acne if you continuously use dirty brushes. And obviously your pillowcase should be clean every single night. And you should be drinking lots of water, eating healthy. Some people find that green tea is helpful. Also, some people find that going vegan or vegetarian or skipping out dairy is helpful. I mean, for me, I have tried those things and they didn't work, but you know, it is worth giving it a shot if you find that nothing else has really been working for you. And like obviously you do want to like cleanse your skin 1 or 2 times a day, regularly exfoliate, like around 2 times a week is what they recommend. No more than that, otherwise you'll damage your skin. Definitely don't use the St. Ives exfoliator. I know a lot of people still use that. I don't know why, considering there's so much information out there against it, but you know, whatever, it's not really, I don't know. I'm just saying like some things that have helped for me, because as I said, my skin used to be a lot worse. All right, so that is pretty concealed. As you can see, it is already looking a lot better from when we started off. And we haven't even done foundation yet. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Etude House Any Cushion. I prefer this over Western foundations because I find it's a little bit lighter. Like I find some Western foundations make me look a little bit yellow. So that's why I like using Korean ones. This one in particular, really high coverage. I find it has a lot higher coverage than my Western regular foundation. So just go ahead and pat that on. This one here was $32, and I'm not quite sure it's worth it because you don't really get that much product compared to like a American foundation where you do get a whole bottle for like $9. And that wasn't even including shipping. I actually bought this physically in store. All right, There we are, that's how it goes. One thing I do find about this foundation is it makes me look a little bit shiny. I'm just gonna finish by using the Peach Perfect setting powder. I know some people like to use setting powder after their foundation, and then some people like to use it at the very, very end. But for me, I like to use it just after my foundation. Just because I find it helps to like pack it down. It does have a little very, very, very subtle smell, but it's quite nice. It's kind of like a bit florally. I don't know if you can hear, but it's raining, so I'm sorry about that. Oh my god, it's raining so hard. Alright, so next up I'm going to do a mascara. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara. You guys know this is my favorite mascara. I use it all of the time. I'm just going to quickly pop that on. There we are, just look at the difference. Alright, so now that that's all done, I'm going to go ahead and put on blush. So I am very, very careful with blush, especially because my cheeks are quite red. So I don't want to like put the redness back, if that makes sense. So I try to use a sort of a very soft blush. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. I think this is just a regular pink color, so I just like to do just a little bit just here. The reason I like to do that is because I find that when you apply so much concealer and so much foundation, you do look a little bit washed out. So just adding in a teeny bit of color really helps to make you look a little bit less dead. I like it how I said I'd only put on a little bit, but I put on so much. So then I'm just gonna do my lips. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Baby Lips in light. Is this lychee? No, it's berry. I'm gonna use the berry. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna do some lipstick. This is from Colour Co. Don't know what that brand is, but you know, it's the brand. There we are. That is my look, my acne cover-up tutorial. So yeah, it was very simple. I just wanted to mostly focus on the concealer, and especially the green concealer, because it's something that a lot of people don't know about. Like, they just cake on the foundation like layers and layers and layers, and they don't realize that if they just use a green concealer to start off with, they wouldn't have to apply so much product, especially because if you do have blemishes, applying a lot of makeup can make it worse. Like, I know not everyone's skin is the same. Like, for some people it might make it worse, and some people it might not. So yeah, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Do you want to zoom in? Do we want to zoom in? No, we don't. We want to zoom out. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what is your #1 makeup product for covering up your blemishes. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Holcee12, Instagram, Holcee12, and Snapchat, Holcee12. I also have a blog, it's holcee.wordpress.com, and I also have a vlog channel, Holcee Vlogs. And yeah, that was all my advertising. I'll see you next time. Bye!